G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 20 of our Lightning Caster Paladin playthrough. Today's episode is going to be probably Darkvale Gate and a little bit of farming. We're at the point now where I can farm. Well, I don't need this, but I need a new helmet, I need a new shield, and we can get these from totems and the Bloodgrove Chthonic Plane. And we're up to the point where we can get a new Skybreaker circlet as well. And just getting a few more levels for this would be good also. And these pants are also a good option. So this is going to be, as I said, Darkvale Gate and then a little bit of a farming episode. So if you're not too interested in farming, then this might be a good one to skip. But obviously it'd be great if you watched anyway, but that's up to you. So I'm going to go and hit all of the totems in this area. And I'm hoping for the obsidian, whatever they're called, it's the big giant rock men. And I'm hoping I get a new shield, preferably with a ton of physical resistance on it, but obviously we'll just have to wait and see what drops. But the Void Touch totems are where you get them from, and there are 3 or 4 of them in the area. So I'm going to hit all of those. I'm going to kill the Skybreaker, is it Bravna? Sister Bravna? I'm going to be killing her as well, and then we'll go do Darkvale Gate, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of farming to round out the 50 minutes or so for the video. So let's go find the other totems. Now I will check these blue items obviously, although I don't expect to be using any of them. Definitely not using that. These pants are actually not too bad. So they're very similar to the gloves that have the same prismatic shield proc on them. 10% physical resistance is definitely good, but the armor being slightly less than the Rhymestone leggings means I'm probably not going to wear them, although that is a lot of physical resistance. War Chief's Glory is, that's Soldier Belt is obviously no good to us, and yeah, that's not any good either. Okay, so this is where you will find your first Void Touch totem if you're looking for them. It'll either be here or it won't. If it's not here, it's going to be up here. There are a few totem locations that I just don't check. So when you port to the Bloodgrove Rift, I can't see it on the map, so I'm pretty sure it's not there. But I will be farming this a little bit anyway, so I'm going to go and clear the Fog of War in the area where this one spawns, just so as next time I will be able to see it from the portal. But the basic idea is you port to the Bloodgrove Rift, and then, hello, didn't find a totem, but I did find a hero to kill, so that's nice. Yeah, right here is one of the totem locations. And there's another one sort of, where am I? I'm here, so it's kind of down the edge here, there's another one. I'm going to go and actually clear the fog along the edge here, even though I usually don't come down this far, and this one won't show up if you're just going to the, like this one here, you won't be able to see that from the Bloodgrove Rift. And same for the other one, which is going to be sort of here-ish from memory. I think just here, where I'm standing, is where the one I'm talking about spawns. I'm not going to be doing that one. This is another thing that I was looking for. So I'm actually going to go in there. And all I'm here for, whoop, is not this guy specifically, but things like this. Unfortunately, from what I can tell, there is no hero that actually... Well, there are heroes that drop the shield MI, but they're all random spawns, so you just kind of have to keep bashing your face against these chthonic planes until you find one that drops it. And looks like we got one straight away, but it also looks like it's not great. No physical resist instead of 8% means this is a downgrade for me, so I will not be taking that. The one thing to note is that that shield does have a fire bias, I believe, which means you're going to get a lot of fire-based affixes. So you're probably going to be looking for destroyers, I think is the fire-based prefix with physical resistance on it. So that's probably your best bet. Durable, I think, is the other good one for physical resistance as a prefix, but that is a magic affix, so you should be seeing a lot more of those. Here's a treasure trove, so I guess I'll take that. We're actually in here for, as in this area is for a quest that I haven't taken, and I'm not going to do because it's for a devotion shrine. And I don't need devotion shrines. I'm not particularly interested in fighting Mogdrogan, which is what that quest kind of opens up. It lets you fight Mogdrogan, and as you can imagine, Mogdrogan is a god and will most likely destroy you. At this point in the character's life, Mogdrogan not most likely will destroy me. Mogdrogan will straight up murder this character at this point in the game. So I'm not terribly interested in that, and it's something you can come back and do pretty easily later once you have a much better build. So I'll be leaving that alone. There's another big boy. Let's see if we can take him out. And by that I mean I know I can, let's just go do it. Obsidian Cluster, I think that's the Exalted chest in the area. I could be wrong. Yeah, it seems... I'm definitely wrong, there's nowhere near enough glowy on that. I think there is an Exalted chest in here, but I'm actually not 100% sure. This area is not one that I generally come into, because by the time you have the reputation to actually do the quest to get the devotion shrine for the rovers, you don't need devotion shrines anymore because you already have 55 devotion points. So it's a little bit of a waste of a quest, if that makes sense. Okay, Soulbinder's chains are not really something we're after. Decent for an Albrecht's Aether Ray. I'm probably going to make another video about this as well, but since 1.2's hit, the Death Knight achievement guide is kind of outdated, so is there any builds that you guys would like to see something similar to that for? Go ahead and throw me a comment if it's something you'd be interested in. The one thing I will say though is that I don't want it to be a build where you're waiting till level 50 or 60 to get the MIs needed for it. I was briefly toying with the idea of doing the Warlock playthrough as a hardcore achievements guide style, but I wanted to do Chaos Aether Ray, and that kind of... you can't do it until sort of level 35, 40-ish. You need the Pulsing Shard, and you need the levels just to get skill points to do it, so I was going to do that, and I've since changed my mind. The Chaos Aether Ray Warlock is just going to be a regular playthrough. But if there's any builds you would like to see that kind of hardcore achievements guide style video series about, let me know. And if you prefer just regular playthroughs as well, go ahead and put that in the comments as well, just so I kind of know what you guys are looking for. And if you don't care, well, that's fine as well. I'm just glad you're here. I think we're pretty much done here. I'll go ahead and... well, I'm glad I came over here, because there's a lot more stuff to kill. Pretty sure I'm not going to get another shield, though. And it's a little bit unfortunate that the only shield that I've got is a straight-up downgrade. Let's go ahead and kill old mate here. And also going to change this to move 2. I don't know why that wasn't already on move 2, but it definitely wasn't. Alright, we'll pick these up. And I will say also that I'm starting to feel a little squishy on this build, which tells me that the ultimate scaling is starting to kick in. And the damage absorption from Inquisitor Seal and Ascension is not quite enough to keep me completely safe anymore. And this character does not have good armor, so it's a little worrying, but it's not a problem yet. Where was the exit? I know it's up here somewhere. Here we are. Alright, so the Ashen Waste is done. We did get a shield, but it's not great. Let's head south and do that totem. I should probably be using my move skills more often. You can cover a lot more ground when you do that. Alright. Okay, everybody's dead. Lovely. Let's throw a few of these around, and then we will activate the totem, and then pick up our loot. Although we're at the point now where we don't really get to just push the button and let them all explode. Never mind, I take it back. Apparently we're still at that point. Okay, so Rain of Ice and Fire is the two elements that I'm not doing. So that's unfortunate. We did also get a double rare ring, which I will take a look at. So 2 nice rings. This one, let's have a look. What do we got? Bleeding, Chaos, Vitality. Unfortunately, those are resistance types that I do not need. Death Whisper leggings, also not enough armor. And then the Eastern set, which is good, but not for this build. So, all good stuff. Unfortunately, not good stuff for this. Alright, let's go ahead and kill Sister Bravna first, and then we'll head up towards Darkvale Gate. And I'm a little worried about Thalnosh. The little things barely scratches, because they don't do enough damage to get through the Inquisitor's Seal. And then if we put Ascension on top of that as well, they just can't hurt us. When I'm running past them, they absolutely can. But if I just stand here, I mean, yeah, I'm taking damage occasionally, but Ascension's worn off and it's barely moving. So I'm not too worried about the everyday trash monsters. Thalnosh, however, does a huge single hit, which the absorption is not going to help with, so actually need to kill him before he does it, or I need to run away. Alright, we're going to come out of this little farming session with ridiculous amounts of dynamite as well, because every time you come in here to get a new helmet, you're going to get 1 dynamite here. Then you come up here and Sister Bravna is here. So, kill Sister Bravna, and there's another dynamite just up there off the screen, so I'm going to be getting 2 dynamite every single time I kill her. And the health bar is actually moving with her as well. Not much, but it is moving. Okay, amulet. It's pet amulet. It's no good. Impervious of the Eagle is quite good though. So, Impervious is going to be the pierce and poison resistance. The only thing we're missing is the bleeding resistance, which, can we afford to lose that? Not really. But this is quite good. So of the Eagle is the Physique, Cunning and Spirit, the stats there. So that's actually really good. I'm going to hang on to that helmet, but I suspect... Whoops, I suspect I'm not going to use it. Here's our other dynamite. Let's head back to town. Can vendor a whole bunch of stuff, and there's a few quests I want to turn in as well. So my favorite merchant here is Redden, and I'm just going to vendor all of this. I'm not planning on keeping any of it, although I do want to keep that scrap. Yeah, this is all going to go. Soul flares, aether damage. I'm just checking pistols in case there's a fire pistol that I've missed that's actually really good. I'm definitely not going to transfer it to my other character, but yeah, kind of just interested. I am tempted to use this shield anyway, because it has a higher chance to block and it blocks more. So even though we are not a shield or block focused character, it's still not a bad thing to have. It does have more chaos res, which doesn't really matter. I think I'll sell that one as well. Alright, and then let's go turn in a couple of quests here. So we've got one quest for Captain Soma. Okay, she's gonna send us out to kill Karoz, which is Thalnosh. And we can turn in the dog tags as well. There we go, and we'll chuck these back on. Alright, didn't make it to 74, but we can actually. Let's just do a quick sweep through the quests. I should be able to talk to Barnabas now, and he should give us some XP. Nope, he doesn't. Okay. That being said, if we go talk to Douglas again, either he will give us the XP, or he will send us back to Barnabas, who will give us the XP. Either way, I'm getting XP. Alright, so here's Douglas. Thank you very much, and yeah, we have to go back to Barnabas again. No good potions, so Hoarfrost and Lifestealer Oil. No good rares either. I'm not sure why I'm checking these, I'm not going to use them. So we'll talk to Barnabas, that'll be him. And then clear out Graver's Mill we are going to be doing. Malcador's Remains we already actually have, so we can go turn those in. Now, Sora's Bastion doesn't have any monsters at it, so I'm okay going here with the Explorer's set, or the Locars set that we have at home. I'm okay doing that because there's no monsters. And that'll be it, and we'll head up to Darkvale Gate, and there's one or two more totems that I want to hit on the way. Guess who forgot to get the 3 seals they want? That's right, this guy. That's fine. Closest bank, I haven't been there. I guess we'll go to Devil's Crossing. So 3 Chthonic seals, of which I already have 1 in my inventory, so we can just take them all. And because I ported right from the door, I can just run down here and go straight back to the door. Okay, here we go, Master Farouk. What's next? And I will gather the essence. Okay, so this is going into the mine, which I guess we'll go do. We're going to kill an ethereal and basically steal her essence to power an undead skeleton. Alright, so Bloodgrove Rift. I'm going to run down into the mine. I'm going to be a little bit quick about it. I am definitely grabbing all of the Aether Crystals, but I don't really need to fight anything. I'll just do it. It's fine. We'll see how this goes. So I guess the Stormbox seems to work okay for killing things. Let's go stand over here so we don't end up on Aetherfire ground. Alright. And now we can go back in. Just pause for a moment here, get our health back. Okay, move skill and evade gets us off of the first batch. And then move skill and evade gets us off of this one as well. Go through the house. There we go. Lovely, lovely Aether Crystals. And I'm going to double back and get the other ones as well because, I mean, it's me. I like Aether Crystals, so we're going to do that. There we go, and I think there's one more down here. 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. There's 1 shard, and oh, an Aether Cluster. A little bit disappointing, I've got piles of those. Hopefully with Fangs of Astrakhan, they'll add in a blacksmith recipe that'll let you take a cluster and smash it down for shards, and take a shard and smash it down for crystals. Or maybe they'll add a use for the clusters, because at the moment, kind of isn't one. So I just used my Inquisitor Seal over there, and I don't see one on the floor, so where'd it go? Nibirian Stormfire is the one we're actually here for. Apparently Sunders. So there you go. And I'll check those ascending or ascended epaulets. More armor, very good. Aether converted to Ellie is fine. Bunch of stats is good. Resistances, yes. Can we afford to lose the Aether? We actually can afford to lose that. Level 84 requirement is quite high. Okay, and let's go ahead, blow these up. Look, I'm not saying Sunder is completely irrelevant, but, you know, doesn't seem to do much with certain monsters, if that makes sense. Alright, came here for the Dynamite, came here for the Ethereal Essence. We've got them both. Double Reg Gun is going to sell very nicely. Let's head back to Sora's Bastion. And here's a question. Did I just do all of that with the Explorer set on? I didn't. Good. We did pick up the Harbinger of Eternal Suffering, which, if you're interested in that set, is, I guess, good. Chaos Witchblades, I think, use that set. Although that is the level 75 version, so... Right. Okay, I think the next quest is to go collect the ashes. So we'll go pick that quest up. Let's sell all of this as well. There we go. And go ahead and chuck our normal gear back on. Coming up on 75 is going to be interesting because I think I am going to use this, and I am going to use this, and then we'll see how we go for resistances. I may need to swap that helmet over. I don't need to talk to him. What is it? Continue. Okay, yes, it is to collect the ashes from the Tomb of the Archon. So we're probably not going to get to that today. But it is definitely time now to head up to Darkvale Gate. So, to the Bloodgrove Rift, and we will clear the mill on the way, and also get that last totem. So I'm going to head up north here first, and just see if the totem's there. It doesn't look like it. So totem would be here. Obviously it's not. Head over this way and check another 2 spawn points over here. Is that a hero? Nope, it's just a regular manticore. Okay, I'm not seeing totems on my map, so I think it's probably not here. There it is. So I think that's the last totem before Darkvale Gate. I am definitely going to do it. Let's see who follows me. Actually, it doesn't matter. We'll just blow this up, and then I'll worry about killing whatever's chasing me. Alright, there we go. Did get a couple of the guys that dropped the shields. Let's turn that off so I can see what's going on. And kablooey. Alright, awesome. What do we get? Cold gloves. Warrior belt or soldier belt. Marrowbound, inscribed braces. So actually, nothing interesting. That Superior of Fervor is decent, but the rest of it not so much. Okay, let's go in here and we will clear out the mill. There we go. Easy. Is that everything we needed? I think it was. I am going to go into the little area behind the waterfall, which is down here. So again, I'm just going in here to clear the fog of war out, so I can see it without having to get quite so close next time. Pretty sure that should be enough. The totem's like there. And we may as well grab the totally normal shield while we're here as well. So this one is going to be... Let's go ahead and get these out of my savings tab. So this one's going to be Inquisitor and Occultist. Doombolt on block, not bad. Definitely not something we're using in this build. Alright, and that is going to be the entire area explored. Alright, and I'm going to head north along the west side of this area. Again, I'm just going to be clearing out the fog of war so I can see the totems without having to run quite so close. Because they'll show up on this map a lot faster than they show up on this mini compass thing. But they won't show up here unless you've actually fully explored the area. A couple of heroes. A few extra bits. We're actually up to 2 million bits, which is not bad. Alright, and that'll be all of the totems uncovered, so let's book it for Darkvale Gate. Got a date with Zarya, and it wouldn't do to be late. Although we are going to have to play with Lucius here. There we go. Might have been a little bit rough with him. He's fallen completely to pieces. Did I see? I did see. I am still looking for chthonic seals of binding, because I am going to need a lot of them for crafting components. So that's something to keep in mind. And I did see that hero up there. And will hopefully come on down and say hi. Or I guess we can run up here. Alright, so Ignatius the Burning explodes nicely. A couple more seals. The Gildum Arcanum Commendation, actually a decent medal. It's kind of a general purpose medal. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah, less stats required for melee weapons, and otherwise just good all-round medal. Not going to use it, of course, but it's pretty good. Yeah. The other good thing about the Darkvale village is the guaranteed dynamite combined with a guaranteed treasure trove. Means you can farm this place without having to go anywhere, without having to craft extra dynamites. Really good. So one treasure trove right next to this cabinet that I just blew up. It's not there, obviously. You can also get a totem in here. If the totem is here, it means it wasn't back here. So it's not like it's an extra or anything like that. Treasure trove can also be potentially in this building. Again, it's not today. And it can also be just here. Which, yep, once again, it's not here. Alright, yeah, I think we can leave those behind. There's one more place where it can be, which means it's where it's going to be. It's in this building here. And here it is. So, +1 dynamite, -1 dynamite. The Anchorite's headgear is a really good helmet. I think I mentioned it previously in this playthrough. But, yeah, really good helmet for early leveling because it has a pile of chaos resist on it. Okay. Zarya should be relatively easy to kill. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just blow her up. I don't think her crystals are out. Crystals are dead. Okay, yeah, I think we're fine. Rune armor of Ignafar. Should match the pants we have, or had maybe. Less armor, fire damage, a little bit of lightning damage. Not horrible. Also not going to use it, but not horrible. Alright, let's go say hi to Thalnosh. I am a little bit worried about Thalnosh. He's probably one of the harder bosses in the game, to be honest. At least in the campaign. But it should be fine. I guess they died before they could trigger the rune. So the only thing in Darkvale Gate that I'm interested in, well, I guess there's two, maybe three things. The first one is the dynamite that's just up here. The second one is that totem that just came up on the map. The third one is Thalnosh, and I guess that makes the fourth one the obsidian golem things that spawn just in front of his room. So I'm not expecting to get a new shield from them, but I am hoping to get a new shield from them. Since we're here, we may as well grab the hidden stash here. And then I'm going to head up for that totem. I probably could just skip that, actually. But hey, free loot is free loot, so I guess we'll go get it. And if everybody could just get out of the doorway, that'd be great. Okay, Turtle Shell hit rank 19, which is pretty good. I haven't actually seen that proc yet, which again is a good thing. It's not really something I want to ever see proc, but I had actually forgotten that I had it. Definitely can't complain. Okay, here's my free dynamite. This is here every time. I'm just going to grab it because we're close. And then I guess we'll clear out the trash. And then stack up some runes around the totem. One more. There we go. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Everybody dies. Oh, there's going to be something on the other side, isn't there? Yeah. There we go. Alright, I heard a purple. Mind Warp. Okay. Decent for if you're playing an Aether build. Alright, let's go ahead and play Tetris for the game, since it's horrible at doing it itself. Okay, and now we'll pick all this up. I don't see any MIs, so there's nothing here that I'm horribly interested in. I did notice the of Kings on that helmet, which generally is good. However, I think it was a helmet, wasn't it? Was it a helmet, or am I imagining? Nah, it was a helmet, so can't use it. Alright. May as well go in here, grab the free loot. Zul'Han's battle plate. That's a nice chest piece that I'm not going to use. And since we've already got the totem downstairs, I believe there is not one up here. Certainly not in the normal places where it would be, so yep. I think we can safely say that's done. There is another sort of secret behind the wall area back there, but I'm not going to run back for it. I'll get this one here though. So just over here, bash this wall down. And there's a couple of things here. So that's another piece of the Harbinger set, so that would be 2 pieces if I hadn't sold the first one. Not that I'm planning on using it, but, you know, it's nice to have sets collected. Being a level 75 set is not very great. Alright, did I get any big golem dudes? I've got a couple. What's that, 4, 5? No shield though. Unfortunate. Alright. Vitality is just over cap. Chaos is decently over cap. I am going to take the time to head back to Homestead, and if I have a Vitality potion, I'm going to drink it. He does put the Bloodsworn Curse on you, which does still shred resistances. Fortunately, Old Mate doesn't have a potion, so I've either got it in my inventory or I'm out of luck. I'm not going to use that one, so we'll sell it. Alright, I think that's everything. Another thing I could do is I could just go kill like 2 monsters, get to 75. That would actually unlock this amulet. So at 75 I get that amulet. I should probably use this ring as well. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and play the completely rebuild the character right before a major boss game. Everybody loves that game. Also, at the start of this episode I said this was going to be a farming episode. That may have been a lie. Just looking at the time. Okay, level 75. Let's go ahead and max that out. Still doesn't have anything there. Okay. So, what I want to do is get away from that training dummy so it'll stop making noise. What I want to do is I want to put on that, and that, for starters. And then that one and that one. And see how we look. Now in terms of resistances, Aether is gone. But I do have a runestone on the helmet, so that brings us back up to 62%. Where did the Aether loss come from? Is that just the chest? Or the helmet? No. Where did I lose Aether? Ow. Never mind. Aether is fine. So I'll get 16% from the Aether Soul on the metal. I'll get another 12% from the helmet as well. So I think this is actually perfectly fine as a swap to make. Vitality, I no longer need to worry about that, and Chaos is also the same. So, let's go melt some gear and not clear my portal, because I don't want to run through an empty castle. I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to need these pieces of armor again. I'm also thinking, with the armor rating on our gear being so low, I may not need the scaled hides anymore. So I might hang on to those, just in case. And then I will keep the add-on there. Does look like I didn't even have augments on the rings. Okay. Pierce elemental bleeding. How's bleeding? Bleeding's fine. Yeah, we can melt that ring. Okay, and yeah, we can do that as well. Alright, so from that point, and assuming that I'm not going to bother with the scaled hide, because I think at this point the hits are big enough that the scaled hide doesn't really help that much. So I want Sanctified Bone for my chest. And then for my legs, I guess maybe I just want to use the scaled hide anyway. Is that Riftstone? Or is that Riftstone? Salt. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a Sanctified Bone. This will help with the with Thalnosh. So it does give Vitality and Chaos, which we don't really need, but the 8% damage to Chthonics is the part that I'm interested in. And then I don't think there's any pants only, so I guess we just need armor. Yeah, there's nothing I'm hugely interested in here. Prismatic Diamond could be good. Maybe we do just have to go with the scaled hide. We'll go with that for now. And as long as I'm here... So these guys are honored. This is Rings and Amulets. There's some lightning damage and Aether res, which seems really good to me. So I'm going to put 3 of those on as well. There we go. All resistances are maxed out without using Word of Renewal. I think we're Gucci. Let's just bank all these components, and now actually we'll go kill Thalnosh. I do want to get a Prismatic Diamond on my helmet at some point, and now is actually probably not a bad time. What do I need to make one? I think from memory it's going to be the Radiant Gem, isn't it? Arcane Spark, Radiant Gem, yeah. I'll do it in between the episodes. Let's get this done. And then yeah, it does look like it's not going to be much of a farming episode, which is fine. What do we got here? Devouring Darkness. That's going to be from this chest. And we just have a vitality damage aura around us that drains life. Nice. Alright, old boys are out. I got plenty of resistances. Chaos could be better, but I think once we do that, we're fine. Fire? Yeah, we're fine. Let's go do this. So I'll pause here. The Bloodsworn Curse here is one of the few things left in the game that actually shreds your resistances. They did swap most things that used to reduce your resistances over to Sunder. This is still in the game though, so this fight will shred your resistances. Which can be a little bit dangerous. Alright, and I think I can kill him before he gets his tentacles out. There we go. Down he goes. That was actually considerably easier than I was expecting. But hey, a win's a win, and I'll take it. Fiend's Resolve, legendary offhand, and physical pistol. Here's the Fiend's Resolve. It's not something I'm interested in using. And one thing I will note is he definitely drops a lot more Bloodsworn Signets now. Seems like you're guaranteed one, and oftentimes you'll get two. So if you're doing a pet build, it's much easier to get pet-related rings now. Previously I would have recommended going to the Bastion of Chaos and vendor shopping them. Now you just kill Kuroz. Pets should have no problem at all with killing him, and he drops 2 random rings for you. And they have pet affix bias as well, so win-win. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll head back to town and turn in some quests. I believe they're all in Homestead.
Why do you have
Go.
Why do you have to? Let's see. I've already informed.
Okay, and we do get a... Oh, it's only blue. I was going to say we get a purple item from this, but... it's only blue. That's a little...
You're here.
disappointing. I guess it's entirely my fault. I was expecting a purple and got a blue. If I was just expecting a blue, I probably wouldn't be so disappointed. Alright, let's go ahead and chuck our normal gear back on, and I'm going to call that the end of the episode. So as I said earlier, if there's a build that you would like to see a kind of achievements guide walkthrough similar to the Death Knight one I did, chuck a comment down below, and I'll definitely look into that. And if you just want another regular playthrough as well, go ahead and let me know about that as well. The next one coming up is going to be a Chaos Aether Ray Warlock. Like I said, I was planning on doing an achievement style guide with that one, but it just comes online too late and relies on MIs that are not dropped from bosses, if that makes sense. So I don't consider that one to be a good candidate. But let me know what you think, and I'll call that the end of the episode. So thank you all very much for watching. See you in the next one, and goodbye for now.